Hey, you need to participate in the NCGE video contest. Now, the sky's the limit, but you need to show why geography education matters. Yeah! Take a look at this big transport ship behind me. See those big cranes on there? And that ship is all the way from, well, it's registered in Amsterdam. And that ship makes a big wake. Look at that. Well, it's all because of geography. It's a shale, and it's quite porous. It's quite easily broken up. It's so porous that few plants are able to grow here. This is on the Book Cliffs in Mesa County, western Colorado. Now, the Manco Shale is underlying this whole area, and there's a lot of erosion happening. This is a very dynamic landscape. Lots happening here. This isn't going to look the same a year from now, or 5 years from now, or 10 years from now. Now, above me is this big part of the Mesa Verde group, which is a more resistant sandstone. That's why it's forming this big caprock here. And as you can see, there's a little pedestal of the Manco Shale behind me, and once that pedestal gets eroded away, this big Mesa Verde rock will be freed of its moorings and cascade down the slope. Much as these rocks over here, these big boulders, this size of houses is what these are, have cascaded down this slope. So it's a very dynamic landscape. And we can study that by studying physical geography. So geography is all around us, and geography helps us to explain and interpret the landscape. Get out there and explore the world! See this long train behind me? It's part of a railroad network. Who decides where that network should be built? Where should we build train lines? And what cities, what ports should connect those? Well, it all has to do with geography, doesn't it? Because in order to figure out what we should put in these trains and where we should transport all of these goods to requires a knowledge of population, goods and services, supply and demand, local terrain, where are we going to put these railroad lines, because railroad lines, as you probably know, they can only go above a 2 or 3% grade. They can't be really steep. When I'm out hiking in the desert, I want to be prepared. I've got a hat, I've got some sunglasses, I've got some sunblock, I've got some water in my backpack, so I'm well prepared to go out into the desert and go hiking.
We get the time period that covers the burn and maybe some regrowth thereafter.
Nice.
I can take this, run it for each of those, and then look at the difference over time. You take the pre-fire and subtract the post-fire.
Excellent.
So I thought that might be useful to them.
Tabellen allein in diesem Ort, und es zeigt schon, dass Dillingen kirchlich geprägt war. Lauingen, die Nachbarstadt, ist kaufmännisch geprägt, es war eine Reihestadt, und wenn die Dillingen
go by the Gilmans. We thought we had lost all of the olives back here to the last fire, but every single one of them is coming up from the base up. Wow. So we're real fortunate. We're going to be kind of helping to guide their growth a little bit to get them to fill out and kind of reestablish themselves. There you go.
Hey, Sam. Ah. here is the United States on the east bank, Canada on the west bank, Horseshoe Falls,
yeah, baby! We're up at Sol Vista! Woo! Your host, Joseph Tursky. Get out there and explore the world! Woo! Good!
I can hyperlink anything to the GPS waypoints. A sketch, a photo, a movie, some notes. You can see what the terrain looks like in ArcGIS Explorer. This is the location where I hiked in the Fish Creek Mountains. This pushpin is my waypoint. If I click on that, I see my photograph that I took on the ground at that spot. I can compare the ground photograph to the satellite image in ArcGIS Explorer. Golfing is a spatial sport. It all is about distances and measurements and angles. I put the ball on the tee. I've got an angular club here, the 5-iron. Baby! And that's why golfing is a spatial sport.
Okay, this part of the trail is a bit treacherous. We're on the side of the slope, slippery grass, big ravine there, picking our way across. It's a slow going, let's just say that.
You know, but it's all part of the adventure. If we live to tell about it, that is.
I'm starting to think this is the adventure, not just point out.
Yeah, I just remember when I said it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be? Never mind. Ah, here come the rescue helicopters.
You're going to go from being like, oh, it's very dirty.
Come back!
And that is field work with a bunch of GIS people. Okay, there you have it. Those are just a few ideas. Many more are available. And they're all meant to show why geography education matters. So go for it.